Welcome to Soulful Conversation, the podcast that highlights stories of individuals sharing various life experiences and challenges. We showcase strength and resilience found in everyday experiences. So get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained as we dive into topics with wit, wisdom, and a whole lot of soul. This is your space to laugh, learn, and connect with two fabulous women making a difference. So grab your favorite drink, get cozy, and let's dive in together to this soulful conversation with Shar and Miko. My lovely co host, Miko DeLeo, is out of the studio today handling some business, but we have two special guests today in studio. Aaron, everybody's favorite neighbor, and Mr. Putney, our media dude. And we'll have a pop in guest audio for my husband, Mr. Seth. And welcome, gentlemen. Let's get.
Yeah, I ain't got time to be wasting. And, just in talking to folks, like I said, talking to the young lady,
Mhm.
she has this. I think a lot of times some women, we've been raised to believe that there's this fairy tale or
It's not.
that there's this perfect person or whatever it is. And, you know, again, if you don't hold up to these standards, like I'm with you, like if you like a man to provide and stuff like that, then yeah, you got to put that out there. Like, this is what I'm expecting from my mate, a man to provide and take care of this or do this or
Mhm.
do that. Like, like in my case, like I'm looking for a partner, like,
Mhm.
man, we're going to build this together. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah, especially at this stage of the game. Like, if we ain't got no kids together or nothing,
Yeah.
then we a partner. It's a partnership.
Thank
This
you.
this a business. you know?
Right. LLC.
Yeah, exactly. So we gonna put this together, man, and we gonna build this together and stuff. And she already, again, I ain't never messed with no women that ain't doing something for themselves.
Mhm.
So, my expectation is that you already have established or doing whatever it is you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just a given. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna be looking for no, I'm not into no sugar daddy or nothing like that. you know, so
No.
if you messing with me for some sugar daddy moments, man, you messing with the wrong cat, wrong one.
You could look if you complaining about the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, we don't need
Mhm.
to date.
For real.
It's not that I'm
Man,
not cheap, but you telling me that on a first or second date, the
Uh-huh.
Cheesecake Factory ain't cool? Oh man, I'm good.
hey, or a coffee date. We can't go out on a coffee just
Yeah,
to talk and get to
coffee.
know you.
I'll go
Yeah,
for a walk.
go for
Fast
a walk,
coffee.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Go for a walk. I think that was the first date we was supposed to go on. My ex-wife. I
Mhm.
think we was going on a going for a walk around the loop. Oh, let's
Get
hook up.
feed.
You like the
Yep.
exercise walk. Come on, man. Like, let's go for a walk around the loop. Just talk, get to know each other. It's in public. You ain't got to worry
Mhm.
about me, man. Showing up. Anything
Right.
happening to you,
Right.
like. But I hear a lot of these stories about these cats on these dating websites and
Mhm.
dating apps and stuff. And man, the stories just be outlandish. And I just be like,
These stories are crazy.
crazy. That could be another episode. Folks get on and tell their stories about being on the dating apps and stuff.
Mhm.
Because
I,
just,
you know, yeah, I tried it like a long time ago. I tried it, and it's like to me, it was like even before AI. Well, now I'm sure positive it's mostly AI, but even
uh,
before then, it's like I need to talk to you, see your expression when you're talking to me. We can do the phone, but there's times that I want to see you,
Yeah.
just so I can see, you say something
yeah,
crazy. Are you lying? Are you smiling?
right.
I say something? Is your face shriveled up? Or, you know,
How does the catfish work? People be saying they be getting catfish. How does
Man,
that work?
I
It's
was
easy,
listening
man.
to it,
We fake profiles, man. I've been catfished before. Man, it's
but
Well,
I'm
easy.
talking
me too.
about, but for a longevity though. Like, I was
yeah, that's
listening to this
crazy.
podcast where
Mhm.
this girl was in a catfish for like 2 years. I ain't met you in
How?
person in 2 years.
2 years. They ain't
Two
ever get a
years.
FaceTime, like
two
video chat,
years.
something.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know how that works. Like, come on, like for me, and I guess maybe because we're old school. You know what I'm saying? If I get your number, or if I meet, let's say I met you online
Mhm.
and we exchange numbers, okay. If I don't see you after the second, third conversation, I'm out, man. Like, and you got excuses for me. Oh, my phone broke, my camera don't work, and
Yeah,
okay, now I think you're trying to hustle me.
yeah.
I'm automatically gonna go for the hustle. So yeah, we gonna, until you don't be just sending me no pictures, create no videos. You can get your homegirl to create a video and send it to
Uh-huh.
me. No, I want to see you on FaceTime. Like,
Babe, you been catfish? Was it a fat lady?
fat ladies need
Baby,
love too.
Oh,
was it
you
a
know,
fat woman?
Nah, it was actually a gay man.
What?
Yeah,
What?
well, yeah,
What?
yeah, man.
Pretending to
It's
be a
easy.
pretending
Pretend
to
to
be
be.
a chick?
It
It
had a
was all.
woman's profile?
Yeah, had a woman's profile. All on. It was all online. Never actually got a chance to physically talk to the person, but it was all online.
So
I
how do
had
you
a
know it
woman's
was a dude?
profile and everything. You say, well, because somebody told me. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Somebody who was kind of intimate with this individual and knew what was going on. A couple of people had told me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You may want to fall back. That's not actually a chick.
Was it that
You know what I'm saying?
was it that bomber that was going on the Facebook that time and was putting
Uh-uh,
everybody's
uh-uh,
business?
uh-uh, uh-uh. You know what's funny about that? Is that individual tried to catfish me too. But you know what I'm saying? The only reason I found out about that is because remember I told you at one point in time I used to sell weed. You know what I'm
I know
saying?
one of the dudes that person had a situation with.
No, no, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. You can't have a situation with an individual, you know what I'm saying, physically and not know. Because when I seen that individual, you know what I'm saying, and they started,
yeah,
stripping
man.
and doing all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at the way that the physique is built, you know what I'm saying, that's a man's body. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't care how many augmentations you go through, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
and
Now I
and
heard they
how
got
many
some.
how
I
many
heard.
how many how many estrogen pills you taking to grow breasts. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah,
start to if you're keen, you start to put together. Otherwise, you're just blatantly ignoring the signs because that's who you are.
but
I
yeah.
feel
When
bad
when
for you dudes out there that are single that are looking for love still. It might be a man.
Yeah,
hey, there was a few because when I stayed over there behind where the Cotton Club used to be,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
remember
yeah.
there was a dude that was over there, and if you saw him walk, if you wasn't really up on him, you like that motherfucker's fun. I mean, and
But
it was like,
And it was a
oh
man.
yeah, that's a dude,
you gotta
but
look
it was like
twice. You gotta be like,
A Puerto Rican dude,
mhm,
but it was a trip because he was one of my partners lived
yeah,
underneath my partners,
mhm,
and the traffic he used to get, it was like these young gangbangers and stuff. I'm like, ooh, they went in there and clapped his cheeks.
what?
Sounds
See,
delicious.
yeah. Now, I remember when I was in Guam, and we out there in the
Are you
clubs and stuff like
military?
that. I'm ex-military, but I
Oh,
was doing some contracting work, so I was
oh.
working in the civilian capacity. But we're in the clubs and stuff, and they used to have these clubs where you would see all these women, just
Mhm.
hanging out in these clubs when you would walk by these bars and stuff, and you'd be like, damn, it's a gang of pretty ass women up in that bar. Like, where are all the dudes at? And then you go up in there, and they had a whole little setup where you go in there, you could buy a drink, and then they would come and talk to you and stuff, and then you had to buy them a drink. Now your drink was only like $5, but if you had to buy them a drink, then they drink was like $20.
Oh
So
man,
we caught on to the whole scheme of things. But just looking at, some of them were real women, but some of them you had to look at them and you had to be like, and them like Islander
Uh-huh.
Filipino stuff, like you gotta really be looking
That's how
because
it is in Thailand. I've been to
yeah.
Thailand, and it's like that over there.
So you got
they
those
call them
people
pretty
that,
boys.
yeah, but they
Yeah,
got that
they look
small
like
physique.
women. They're really pretty too. Like
Yeah, they got a
really
small
pretty, but they're
physique.
men. It's
You
crazy.
gotta look at them and be like, I don't know about this one. And so yeah, you gotta be careful. But yeah, I'm with you. I feel sorry for these cats out here who,
Yeah.
you know, like you gotta be careful. But yeah, if I don't see you, if you can't, we can't FaceTime, if we can't, within the first week of, going back and forth, nah,
It's a no
you,
deal.
That's a no deal. Like I said, I was shocked how the girl was able to do the 2 year catfish. Like that, I was bugged out. Like it's a cold
That's crazy.
podcast, man. Yeah, that's what I was like. But had the girl shook though, because it was a girl, it was another girl. So the girl was playing like she was this
Skinny.
dude. No, she was. It was a girl playing like she was this dude, and she was friends of the dude. So she would meet these girls online
Hmm.
and then pretending
It
she
was
was a
him.
dude. Yeah,
Hmm.
pretending it was him. And then she was acting like she was a friend to him. So then these girls would like fly in to
Was
come
she
meet
gay?
him. I'm assuming she had to be, you know. But it was some real tricky stuff because these girls would then like plan to fly in to meet him, the
Hmm.
guy.
And
But
she show
then
up.
so look, this is what she would always do. So when the girls would come, the guy would have his story about, oh, I had to work, I'm working late. Hey, why don't you kick it with my friend
Both of
so and
them.
so?
No,
And then when
both
you
of
kick it
them.
with so and so, then y'all
Don't try
hang
to
out
play me.
until I come around. And then he would start an argument or do something and would never show up. So these girls would be done flew to this city, I forget wherever it was, hung out with the girl, and been like, oh, she's so cool. And so now these
Oh
folks
wow.
is in dialogue with the girl and the dude, not realizing that the dude is the girl and stuff. And so yeah, it was
Right.
wild,
That,
man.
that shoulder to cry on, and yeah, he had.
Exactly. She was running
Come
a
on,
whole
girl, come
ass.
on over
She was
here.
running a whole game, like,
Well, we see that all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I used to tell brothers, you know what I'm saying, who are getting to know women over the internet, if a woman's talking about, oh, we should get together and invite me to the city, and then when it comes down to actually that time coming to the city and
Right.
communication cease, then you don't need to be going to that city. You know what I'm saying? I know a brother, who played himself, and that happened. I was like, look, bruh, she stopped communicating with you. You don't need to be leaving the Seattle to go to Florida. You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
hook up with a chick who stopped communicating with you. He didn't got to
wow,
St. Louis midway there. She still ain't communicating. He gets to Florida. What's up? I'm here. Da, 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 da. And he's stuck, stuck in the, in the fog of things. And don't even have the finances to really, support himself while being there because he's supposed to be staying with her. I'm like, and I
right,
told him, like, dude, don't do it. And he did himself in. He was in a place where he couldn't get back, because now he had to spend the money that he did have, to kind of support what was going on with his whole situation, which
right.
was precarious in the first place. I'm like, if you ain't got the finances, don't do it. I've seen it happen in California. I've seen it happen in Vegas. I've
Hmm.
seen it happen in a lot of few places. Like, what were you thinking in the first place?
All right,
You
so
know?
so he, so here's the question. Here's the question, man. What do you think about like these girls getting flown out to go hang with these dudes, whether it's in Vegas or Miami or whatever,
Hmm.
and not putting out, or the expectation of should they
That's
be putting out?
all that is a conversation then right there
Yeah,
because
that needs
I've
to
That's what
be
you
seen it
would
where
think.
that needs to be established
I've seen it.
before
Well,
the
that needs to
book
be
signing
established
even
because
goes.
I've seen it where a brother
Hmm.
flew a sister out. They went to the DR and he was
Right,
mad because that didn't happen. I'm like, and she was like, oh, I never said that was going to happen X, Y, and Z. And they
right.
got back to New York and never and stopped talking. I'm like, oh, these are conversations that you should be having
Right.
because there should
It
never
is
be
a
an
I agree.
conversation.
expectation.
It is a conversation that it should be had, but don't just assume because you made a choice to fly me out here to have fun that I'm gonna sleep with you, boy. I don't know you.
Well, here's the thing. That should be established.
It should be.
I
It
mean,
should be,
It
established
but
should be.
before the plane ticket is even bought.
Right.
So then now here's my thing with a lot of this stuff is if you tell the truth and you're straight up with it, then then you have a decision to make. You know what's on the table, you know what's happening, you know what's expected. Now it's up to
Mhm.
you. Do you want to deal with this or not? So
Yeah.
then nobody's blindsided because you
Right.
fully knew what was happening. Like to fly out if I was gonna go out to go let's say go down to Miami and see, I'm gonna get my own hotel,
Mm-hmm.
have my own vehicle, and then
Mm-hmm.
have it is like if she ghosts me or whatever, I'm still visiting Miami. But
Right.
right,
it's not a I'm desperate and I can't get no. I'm treating it like I'm going on vacation for myself.
Mm-hmm.
If she happens to hook up and we happen to that happens, then that's all more of a bonus that things worked out.
all
But
right,
I'm
but
go ahead.
what about this though?
Mm-hmm.
What if you guys have that discussion Everybody's like, okay, I'm on board. Yeah, we gonna do it.
Oh,
Blah
and
blah
then she
blah.
says
Y'all
no.
talking, and then she get there and she's like, she ain't feeling it. Is she
Well,
wrong?
oh, no, she's not, because I don't like you. Or maybe you showed it to me and that ain't, what are you doing with that? Nothing.
Well, I mean, well, let's be real about it. It may work out in your benefit because, you know, so for all you know, she might got something. You know what I'm saying? That may be, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, that's a coochie full of hand grenades. You know what I'm saying? Right there.
Right.
That's an explosive situation. You know what I'm saying? It's very
But what if?
explosive. You know what I'm saying?
But,
So you might have did yourself a solid.
but what if
Right.
she's just like, you know what? She got there. Y'all been talking online. Y'all been flirting with each other. Y'all been doing all this. She get there and you know something rub her the wrong way while y'all at dinner eating that first night or something. And she's like, nah, you know what? I'm not doing
I'm
this
good. That's the
you
L
know,
he's gonna have to take.
yeah, I'm with you.
Well,
Because I know
I
I
mean,
done talked myself out of, man, a whole lot.
Ooh-wee, you and me both. You and
you're
me
just
both.
Just
smart.
Mr.
just
Sex,
run.
you need to be quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. You done for right now, Bob.
So you got
But
nothing
I
to
mean,
put in this
it
story.
depends. I mean, I guess there's circumstances. Am I flying her out? Is she staying at my house?
Yeah.
Am I getting her a place, or are we getting a place where we meet at that hotel place? And I mean, those
Yeah.
are things. Because if you're in my house,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not gonna
thinking
say I'm
once I
gonna
get
kick
you,
you out.
once I get you in the dungeon, man, I got you. Like,
But you can't just,
I'm not
if she's
taking it
like,
though.
yeah, I'm about to say you can't take it now. Come on.
Yeah, we're not doing all that.
Well,
Man. Yeah.
well, for me, I would never fly somebody that I don't know like that to come stay at my house.
Right.
I rent you a hotel, and then if he's doing like that, okay, I pay for the first night. I got the hotel. Hey, man, you better figure it out. And I'm not saying kick you out. We have a hotel there, and if it don't work like that, then it's
Okay.
now
Now
you have a place. I'm not putting you out of my house. You have somewhere, because
All
like
right,
I
so,
said, like I think of it as a vacation. You better bring some extra bread with you just cause.
okay,
Right.
so let me play asshole here.
Okay.
So now let's say you fly her out. You got her a hotel and stuff. You thinking stuff gonna go down, but maybe it don't happen the way you think it's gonna happen, but you think it might gonna happen. But then you find out she done met some other dude and is tricking off with that dude. How you going? Are you
It
gonna
goes
be?
back to where is she staying?
She's staying at. You done got her a hotel. You done
Right.
put her up in the hotel. You done put
Yeah.
her up in this hotel. You done said, okay, here's our agenda. Here's what we're gonna do for the next 3-4 days. And it ain't popping off like you thought, but she cool. Like we still can do whatever. But then you find out, man, she done got some other cat posted up in the spot with her, or met somebody, and
Oh man.
then
Everybody
now what?
gotta go.
Everybody.
Everybody gotta exit this room. For real. Especially if it's in mine. Everybody gotta go.
Well, like I said, so you got some funny situations that have took place, and I've been in some just very funny situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
You
okay,
tell.
well,
She's like, oh,
I
tell.
mean, like you said, I'm saying that what you see in person is not what you actually seen and what you thought was, on the internet, what you have seen and communicated with. Have a good night.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it be like. Have a good night. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna take place. This ain't hitting. And I've seen that. I've traveled. Like I've been around. You know what I'm saying? Just to get to that. I've traveled to do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was beneficial. Other times it just wasn't beneficial.
You
I've
traveled for
brought.
the thing? You traveled
Yeah, man.
Uh-oh.
I've brought women up here
in
before.
the
You know what
snow?
I'm saying? To Seattle to come kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be from the West Coast or East Coast, I meet everybody. And it wasn't
Yeah,
during
but
the snow.
I think like I said, a lot of that depends on how the arrangement is. Because
Right.
it becomes super awkward if she's staying in your spot and then she meet another dude and kick it with that dude.
Oh,
It's
well,
like,
that means that just means that she needs to go with that dude.
Yeah.
She can't come back to my
Gotta get up
spot.
out of this
that's
room,
what I'm
baby.
Yeah,
saying.
you can't come to my spot.
Yeah, and if she's in a hotel room that I already paid for, can't get my
Right.
money back.
No.
Now
But she's
either I
not
can
gonna
kick it
stay in
out
that room.
or take an
Now,
L.
yeah.
So which one is it? So and
Bye,
that
girl.
depends
You
on
gotta
how
go. I'm
bad.
about to stay in this room for the night. Okay.
Yeah. You and your new man need to go
Yeah.
find that
I'm
spot.
sitting right
Thank you.
here.
Yeah.
They still got some vacancy available downstairs. Go check with the concierge.
Well, let's be
Man, for
real
real.
about it. If she met somebody else, you know what I'm saying, was kicking it with somebody else, that most likely means that she ain't gonna be staying with you anyway. She done made the
Anyway,
decision that she's gonna dip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, but it's some trifling folks out here. You never know, man. It's just,
Oh,
you know.
well, I mean, let's be
hey,
real
that's
about it. I'm a pretty good read on people, you know what I'm saying? Situations where I'm like, yeah, this might not be it. Where it didn't really work out. We may have kicked it, but nothing really happened because it didn't work out in the manner that we both thought it would work out. But, yeah, you're still cool to hang out with while you're here for the few days, and we'll do that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
yeah. If I had that situation where it's like, this ain't, on both sides, either from me or from her, like this ain't cool. But it was, you got to be mature and adult enough. It's like we still kicked it, went to dinner and all that. It's like, okay, well, nice
Yeah.
meeting you. It deuces, and it was like that was it.
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
I think once you start really playing with people's emotions and start lying to them,
Yeah.
they
Well, of
have different
course.
expectations. I think that's when you get the feelings hurt and people feel disrespected and taken advantage of, and then they start doing all kind of crazy stuff. Like going back to the scenario you guys were just saying. Let's say you flew somebody out and she's staying in your house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for a few days, and you got to make a run or something, and you come back and you go to work, you come back and there's another dude in there, and they've been getting busy in your house.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That might
now
lead
we
to
just
somebody going to jail.
right.
yeah, that's just disrespectful.
Right.
That's just come on.
At that point, man, you better have a good run game like Marshawn Lynch.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of zigzag zigging, because you know what I'm saying. For real, you might hear a few things flying your way. You know what I'm saying? So you better get up out of Dodge.
But I've heard stories of people that's actually happened to people, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that's crazy.
But that's silly to bring a stranger to your house anyway.
Anyway,
She could have been a serial killer.
Man, the thief of thieves,
Thank you.
She done got your social security number and
All
all you
that
want
Well,
kind of
her.
stuff.
I mean, don't get
Yeah.
it wrong. That's happened to me with an ex. You know what I'm saying? Me and her broke up, and if she wasn't in my spot, she came in my spot one day, and I wasn't letting her in. She's like, "Well, I need to use the bathroom," and my wallet was sitting on top of the TV, and she stole my
What?
wallet. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
She ran fraud on both my bank accounts and at the money tree. You know what I'm saying? So
Ooh.
I mean, that stuff does happen. It
yeah,
happened to me. But like I said, these are life learning lessons. You're like, yep. You know what I'm saying? Where like my grandfather would always say, a wise man learns once from his mistakes, where a fool it takes him to make the same mistake many times over before he learns that same lesson.
That's because he hadn't ran into his game yet.
Well,
Nope.
like, well, the game, see, you're the type of game, you know what I'm saying, who will run game repeatedly on that fool. You know
Well,
what I'm saying? That's the type of game you are.
You hadn't ran into this game, baby.
There's two types of sayings on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna be game goofy or you're gonna be game tight.
game tight.
You know what I'm saying? I'm game tight. I ain't game goofy.
but yeah, I mean that's always a thing. Because what I wouldn't do that because I grew up in the where we all grew up the same year. But the jump out, so one of the first times I ever went to go mess with a girl, I think I was like 15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
I went over, across town on the bus, got over to her house,
Mm-hmm.
and we're in the room chilling and doing all that. Her parents is gone, da 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 da, and all of a sudden I hear this ruffles in the closet, and I'm like, oh hell no! So I went to the bathroom, and then I went back up to the room, and I'm listening through the door. I'm like, oh, I'm out, because that was a
On the
thing.
setup.
At least in Denver, that was a thing. Was people would girls would set dudes up and jump out, and they would jump out the closet and rob them.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Scandalous.
I'm cool with that.
So my question is, why was they jumping out to rob you?
Yeah, what was going on?
Because she set me up.
What was they gonna take your school ID?
Nah, they was gonna take them Jordans. That's what that was. Take them JOs.
They wanted my Adidas coat because I had a one of a kind Adidas coat.
See,
my shoes. And yeah,
You
well,
was about to get.
you gotta think. You remember, you
Yeah, I
get on the
know.
48. Somebody asks you what size shoes are them with. Man, what you gonna do?
My size.
Right.
Yeah.
That was because of 48. I had the Adidas. Remember the starter? I had a fresh
Mhm.
starter jacket that I brought from Denver. And dude was like, "Man,
Yeah.
that's tight. What size is that?" And I was
You
like,
didn't
"Oh,
have the Olympics.
yeah."
You didn't have the Olympics Adidas.
Ooh, remember them
Oh,
was hot.
I had my cousin bought me Olympics Adidas jacket.
I liked them, but I didn't have one of them.
Yeah, remember the pullovers, the crew neck pullover Adidas,
Yep.
all that gear, all that stuff was tight. The Run DMC joint, all
Yep.
that.
Yeah. See, I mean, but that just
Yeah.
stupid stuff like that. Cats was robbing you. You couldn't have Georges, man. It was waiting for you to come out the store with the Georges and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for these cats that's on these apps. Like I ain't never did
Yeah.
it. I know even when man, I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna implicate people.
Don't say no names. Don't say no
yeah, I ain't
names.
implicating. But somebody we know had a profile on a major dating site, and so I used a profile to go in just to look and see like
Mhm.
what the women was even looking like on there. And man, whew, it was slim pickings,
Was
man.
they fat?
I
It
won't.
wasn't even that. They just weren't up to par.
Yeah, it was slim pickings, man. It was slim. Like I was even moving it out. Like first I started with 50 miles out, then I did it 100, then I did it 250. Next thing I know, I was getting people
You was
from
in California?
man. I was getting folks from the East Coast, man. I was like, man, this is bad, man. Like, man, I'm
They've been,
2,500 miles out.
I know they look like they've been taking showers in hard water.
Man, like they was rough. And then at this age, the black don't crack, but sometimes,
Mhm.
good lord,
They looking like old dirty bastard when they first came out.
man,
You know what I'm saying? With the
like
teeth and the grill, you're like, oh, man,
man.
what's happening here?
And I'm thinking, like, this is your profile pic. Like, you thought it was okay to
That
post this?
is
Like, you was
funny.
okay with this, huh? Like, this was the best you could do, huh? You couldn't find no friends to take no nice pictures.
I
Go get
know. They got
a
that.
make
That's that jailhouse pick.
man. Okay,
Post it down.
you in the car. You in the car on the way to work. Just
You
man,
know
just
what I'm saying?
Not
Just
in the car on the way to work.
looking just as buckled as a seatbelt.
man.
Uh,
It's like man, and like
Looking rough.
this
So
what you
what
posted, huh?
so are you
you
out
have
of the dating scene now? Or are you still in the dating scene? Or
Oh
did
no,
you?
I have a nice young lady.
Okay.
Well, she's our age, so
Yeah.
but yeah, she pimped up on me at the park, man. Look, I'm gonna be the first to tell this story. So yeah, so I was at the park up here at Pratt Park, up in the
Mhm.
CD, minding my
Mhm.
own business, living ghetto fabulous, just
Right.
walking my dog.
Yep.
And man, she come rolling up. Hey, what's your dog's name? I
Mhm.
was like, oh, I told her, oh, it's Jazz the dog. Man, he be chilling. Ladies love cool jazz.
Uh-huh.
And man, from that she just started talking and yapping, yapping. Then she was like, oh, well, you should give me your number, man. We could walk dogs and stuff. And
sucker.
I was thinking to myself, look, first of all, I was thinking sucker move, but then I was thinking to myself, you know what? I need a dog walking buddy. Cool.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, yeah, like you cool, you nice, brown skin. Okay, all right, man. I'm messing with you. And sure enough, man, it was all a sucker move. It was all a ploy, man. Man, it was all
So
a
Sean,
ploy.
back in the day, we would have said he got another victim. But I think he might be the
Oh
victim.
man.
Yeah,
You was the victim.
now I was the victim, man. Now I call her the Pratt Park Predator. You was up there, man. You was waiting for a sucker, huh? And here I come, just moseying along. I said,
That
oh,
is
okay, I
so
see.
funny. What
So
about
yeah,
you, Mr. Putney? Are you still in the dating scene or you took yourself out? Or you got a young thing somewhere?
I date.
a sugar daddy putt.
No, I got too many kids for that. No, I date. Nobody that's like steady, but somebody that I deal with on a
Yeah,
regular basis. All that.
Yeah.
It's just.
yeah,
Yeah, no. And some of it's me, but it's on her too. Because right now we just looking for it's more of companionship. Proving each
Yeah.
other.
That's where we at that stage, man. We looking
Yeah.
for
Yeah, I need a travel
companionship.
buddy and
Man,
Right.
okay.
you
Somebody
know,
eat dinner with,
yeah,
like
Yeah,
a
this
movie.
museum thing's opening.
Yeah.
right.
I need
We
somebody to
all
go. I want
yeah,
to go there too. And then so it's like a date. So it's that
yeah.
versus
Well,
the
it works. If it works, it works.
yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing I've learned too is, after divorce and stuff like that, like
Mhm.
you realize that it's that's what it is about. It's really about companionship. It's really about just friendship, really.
Mhm.
If
Yeah,
all the other stuff works out, cool, even better.
right.
But as far as like trying to recreate like the whole family picket fence
Mhm.
2.5 kids. Nah,
Right.
man. Kids is grown.
Yeah,
Your kids is
grown
grown.
'em.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you divorced. I'm divorced. Like, come on, man. You make your relationship what you want it to be. We
right.
can't we can't look at all these other. I
Right.
won't even call them examples, but we
Mhm.
can't look at what everybody else is doing. We have to create what it is that we want to be doing, and what that should look like. And I think once you have an agreement on that, then I
An
think
agreement.
yeah,
Yes.
an agreement. Once you have agreement on that, you cool. So
Yeah, I think a lot of it is I mean, with everything almost is communication and relationships. You
yeah,
Mhm.
know,
Yeah, you
yeah,
gotta communicate.
yeah,
yeah,
and
a
trust.
lot of people, yeah, they
Trust is a
forget.
big thing.
Yeah,
But
And if
yeah,
yeah.
it's been compromised, it's very hard to
You almost
put it
can't.
back together.
Yeah, that one's hard to get back at
It
this
really
stage.
is. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Once that's been figured out, you might as well keep it pushing at that point because that
man,
doubt's always gonna be there. And like I said, we at that stage of life where man, we ain't got
that's
time to
never
be
I
worked.
trying
ain't
to.
playing with you.
Right, yeah.
They
That's
never-
what I'm saying. If you into playing games, well, you can go play those games with somebody else. You don't
Please
need
and
you
thank
don't
you.
need me to do that.
You don't. You
Well,
Yeah.
don't.
and then a lot of things is like some of the I had dated with a woman. I was dating a woman that's like maybe a year and a half ago or so,
Mhm.
and it would be almost like it was. I won't say high schoolish, but it's like, for instance, like we're doing this right now. It's like I'm working on something and I need to focus. I'm building a website and I'm behind on a deadline or something. So I'm focused on doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to just come over and hang out. I got stuff
No, I
I
said I
got
got
to do.
something to do.
I'm a
Yeah.
creative. Like,
Boundaries. Respect
yeah,
my time.
And then,
right.
but it became a thing where she would catch an attitude and all that. And then it was like, I can't do this.
Right.
I can't, I don't have the patience, nor do I even want to try to entertain doing it. Well, you don't want to try, no. Because
Yeah.
something tells me, at this time, at this age, and this stage in our life, if you've been like this and you still like this, that means
You
you've
all
always been
it's
like
gonna
this, and
right.
it ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Those kinds of things. I'll tell a woman in a minute, like, hey, maybe you need to go find you a man who's more established and just likes
Mhm.
to just chill and spend that time, put that time and effort into you. Not that I don't care about you or don't want to put that time and effort into you, but
Mhm.
I'm at a stage now where I'm like, I'm selfish.
Yeah.
And like there's things I want to do creatively or
Mhm.
intellectually or professionally,
Mhm.
personally, you
Yep.
know, and you just have to either understand it and get down with it,
Mhm.
or you can go on about
Your
your
business.
way. Yeah,
well, I
Yep.
mean, I think at a certain age you get too tired, and you have to be mindful of not wasting each other's time.
right,
Right.
right.
So her wasting my time or me wasting her time.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I try to be as honest as I can. Okay, I'm like this.
Right.
And then a lot of times, not so much now, but a little bit earlier, you could tell somebody, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is how I am.
Hmm.
And because of the attraction, the sex, or whatever, what have you, they hear you, but they don't hear you.
Yeah, they ain't listening.
So then it causes an issue as you get down. I told you I was like this, and
Right.
this
Yeah.
is what it is. And then they're like, but it's like, and that works vice versa. So it's like,
Mhm.
though
Mm.
if somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
Yeah,
Tell you and show you.
and show you. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
this is true.
Now, Aaron,
Yeah,
how long were you married?
I was married for, let's see, let me get to thinking here. About 12 years.
Was
Really?
that long?
Yeah. Yeah, we were married about 12 years. Well, so
Like,
let's see. We got separated in 2019, but then the divorce didn't happen till, shoot, I want to say 2021.
mm,
Yeah, so yeah, so
Are
but
you are y'all
yeah,
still
we
cool? No, I know that
oh
you got that
yeah,
divorce.
yeah, we cool as far as, we never had any problems with what we was gonna do with our son. Like
mm,
That's
that was
cool. That's
so
the
so
biggest.
mm,
so as far as co-parenting and stuff, and making sure that that all works, and we still have like family meetings and stuff, like,
yeah.
hey, once a quarter or every, we used to try to be like, okay, once a month, but like, if we can get together once a quarter, we got a family thread, post
Mm-hmm.
whatever's going on in the family thread, this was going
Yeah.
on, and the kid, he busy, he running track, this is a senior in high school, he got
Mm,
stuff happening, places to go, people to see, things to do. So, there's always keeping that communication, those lines of communication open, and just working on, we both were mature enough to realize, like, we can't make each other happy.
mm,
So, and we don't need to play this game and go through the motions. Like, we can still do what's most important, and that's take care of our child. And we
right.
can co-parent and do that together. And we can still have enough respect for each other to, interact. It's not like, it's not contentious or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a little blow up here and there, over something small, but it's not a personal thing anymore, as like we were in a relationship. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but nah, we good, So
That's good. That's healthy.
yeah, and that's, you would wish that a lot of situations could work out. So
Mm-hmm.
I try and say, my situation wasn't, like a lot of situations when folks are going through a divorce. Like, we was actually like, it got a little contentious there, but for the most
Yeah.
part, I was like, look, we can go to the courthouse together. You want to file, or I can file, or however you want to work it out. If you want to be the person, the what do they call it, the responder or whatever,
Yeah, put the plaintiff and the respondent or
responder,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So however you want to do it, it don't matter to me, man. Like, I'll fill out the paperwork. But we cool. We was both on the
Mm-hmm.
same page, no kind of child support or nothing like that. No,
Mm-hmm.
and we both had joint custody. We both make joint
Good.
decisions. And our plan was, we were in Arizona at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So our plan was it was better than their plan, because they were going to try to stick somebody on child support.
Right.
But our collective plan was better than what they were proposing. So they was like, oh, y'all got it together, man. We don't even need to, and so it was good that we both went into that whole
Put that back.
situation able to talk and communicate and work things out, because we were able to establish the guidelines that we wanted. We didn't let the state dictate that to us. And so that, I think, is important, if folks is going through divorces and stuff like that, that if for whatever reason, if y'all can find any kind of middle ground and at least work through that, then that's going to alleviate a lot of problems down the road, if you guys can do that. Now, I get, folks' egos, and there's issues and stuff, and folks, a lot of people can't do that, for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can, my suggestion is work it out enough to go through that process, and
Especially
then
when there's
y'all can,
kids involved.
yeah, when there are kids involved, especially if there's kids involved, work it out to that point, because if you let the state dictate to you how when your visitation is and stuff and what's going on, and that's how, a lot of folks, like, for instance, a lot of guys end up only getting the weekends. Like, oh, you only get your kids on the weekends and stuff like that. Like, nah,
Mm-mm.
man, you letting the state dictate, and then, like I said, depending on what's going on with the relationship with the spouse,
Mm-hmm.
that can be contentious. And
Yeah.
so yeah, so that's my advice. But yeah, we didn't have any problems as far as that. Like I said, we had little shakeups here and there, as far as how things was done.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah, but no, we was cool. We cool, you know. And we spend like the holidays. We agreed to spend like the holidays at least one holiday, a family holiday together. So like we'll get together for like, let's say our Christmas Eve,
Mhm.
and get together, exchange gifts, eat, or whether it's
Yep.
Christmas Day or something, have brunch, talk about stuff, and then everybody go on about their business.
That's right. Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, because that's going to be huge for your son, because
Hmm.
he's going to see that, because that was one of the things. It's like the interaction between mother and father, whether they're together or not, is like the main interaction that the child is going to see. So they're going to perceive men the way their father act, and they're going to perceive that women should be treated the way, those I think those signals resonate whether people realize it or not. It's like, that's why they always used to say sometimes you tend to end dating your people that are like your parents, because that's
Mhm.
what you've been around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think so. Sometimes, it's like when the parents are berating each other back and forth, that's I think that's bad, because whoever it is, that's still that child's mother, that's still that
Yeah.
child's father.
Yeah.
So they love that, they love those parents.
Right.
It's how, either one of the parents, if you demonize one of the parents and think that, they ain't this and they do this and do that, then that's going to give that child, it makes them feel funny, because it's like, I love my mom or I love my dad,
Right.
but you're
Mhm.
calling them this and you're calling them that.
Yeah. If you bad mouth another parent or doing whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not cool. That's not
At
cool
all.
at
Yeah,
all.
that was one thing that I was like, because my mom and my dad were never together,
Mhm.
but
Mhm. Yeah, my mom and
my
dad weren't
mom,
either.
yeah, see, but my mom never talked bad about my dad. My dad never talked
Mhm.
bad about my mom. I was always in
Right.
contact with my
That's
dad's
good.
side of the family,
Mhm.
between my grandmothers. So I won't say it was like everything was there. It's just he wasn't there a lot, because we were in California and then he was in Seattle. So that's how I ended up in Seattle.
Right.
But it's never was, I had ill feelings towards my dad. It's
Mhm.
just that's how it was. But it wasn't any animosity. So I don't have animosity towards them and their relationship.
Right.
Because yes, I'm older and I had, been through some of those things. It's like, oh, I understand why this and this happened.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, that was the same thing with my relationship with my father. Like, I didn't grow up with my father, but
Mhm.
I understand my mom had me when she was 17. She was a
Mhm.
senior in high school.
Yep.
right.
And, later on, now that me and my dad are connected and we talk and stuff like that, or, when the topic even came up about, not necessarily where were you when I was growing up, but it was more or less like, let's talk about the relationship going forward,
Right.
because I get, like, my mother probably wasn't no easy character to deal with.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not giving
Hey,
you
I ain't
and saying it
lying.
was right, but
I
I get it.
understand.
Y'all was young, y'all was fucking
Young. Yeah.
around, and it happened. Okay, now, and like I said, I remember having pictures, when I was a baby with my dad. But then again, like I said, seeing my mother, knowing my mother
Mhm.
all my life, like
Mhm.
I can only imagine, the back and forth that had to happen for you to just be like, you know what, this is easier for me to explain later on, when he grows up, than it is to keep going back and forth with what's going on in this situation. I'm not
Now,
saying it was
see,
right. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
a
not saying
baby
it was.
mama.
Yeah,
My kids are
yeah,
grown, but I was never a problematic baby mom. I'm just like, look, dude, come get your kid, because I'm trying to get in these streets.
so try to get in these streets.
Like for real. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to, I don't care who you messing with. I don't care about none of that stuff.
Right.
Come get this little girl. And
Yeah.
right now, or I'm gonna drop her off at your mama's house.
See,
Mhm.
but at least that's an honest
Right.
thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's an honest thing, and that's, people don't have that. It's like I've known friends who they one of the parents is hid the kid, would drop
Right.
her off in Kitsap, take the
Mhm.
Mhm.
ferry all the way over there when it was that when it was that person's weekend, just so they could spend with the kid. I'm like, that is nuts.
I ain't about to be arguing with you over something you created too.
Right. Yeah.
Come get this kid.
See,
I'm ready to run the street. I want to run the street with the thugs. Okay.
I'm trying to be out here. I'm trying to be out here in these streets.
I'm trying to go to the Hollywood Underground. Huh?
Okay.
I got 2 baby daddies. I'm cool as a fan with both of them. They come to, get together. Both of them.
Yeah.
Get together. There's no beef. Like, I'm probably one of the least problematic baby moms anybody will ever meet.
That's good. See. Yeah.
I've been blessed because my daughter, my kids' moms are, they cool.
Now I'm gonna talk shit, but I don't care about who you dating and none of that stuff. I don't care. Move around. There's too many people out here.
Well, ask him. He know both of them. All my kids' moms.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I admit I may have been the asshole in the whole scenario.
You probably was. You probably was.
Fine. I'm not saying all of it, but okay. I might resemble that a little bit.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was you.
Hey, what you mean?
She said, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure it was you.
You supposed to be on my side.
Button pushing Aquarius.
Tad bit.
Yes.
Man, I've known this man a long time. And then
the button pusher.
I mean,
Definitely. You said both of your baby mamas is Libras or just one?
Oh, hell no. One's Libra, one's a Taurus, and one's a Capricorn.
Yeah, that Libra, you are a button pusher.
Oh yeah, because man, Libras are dramatic. So
ain't they?
Man, they should all be born with an Oscar in their bassinet.
I've been trying to get an Oscar my whole life. I've been trying to get one my whole life. I'll be glad when they give me one.
They can perform. You a Libra?
Yes.
Oh yeah, see.
Because y'all could be hella petty when you want to be. Hella
petty boots. I am the queen of petty.
Yeah, but man, dramatic. Oh man, shed a tear, the drop of a hat, be like, just fall out. Stella, no. Man,
we are pretty dramatic. I ain't gonna lie.
Just petty. Just you'll be at a barbecue and just say something off the wall. Man, you didn't have to say that right there like that. All that.
Yeah.
But it's
our thoughts. We have lots of thoughts in our head. Sometimes they leak out of our mouth.
Yeah.
See,
and they say it's just like so nonchalantly, like no big deal.
It's not a big deal. Why are you getting so sensitive?
Yeah.
You're so sensitive.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio Sagittarius, so.
Oh Jesus. Help them, Lord.
Hey, I tell folks, man, as a Scorpio, with therapy and medication, we too can lead normal lives. Yes.
Hey, I'm okay with everybody. I'm okay with everybody.
Is he there? Mr. Sack? You're not there? He left.
Oh, he's on mute.
Oh.
So I'm okay with everybody of it, as long as I know. And I know what to expect. And then I expect you to be who you are. Yeah. So it's like Aaron. I've been knowing that dude, man, more than half my life. I expect him to be Aaron. No surprise, I expect it. I expect Sid to be Sid. I expect James to be James. So I understand. And once you can accept them in the box that they're in, we're cool.
Maybe they're not in the box.
Well, I think that's what makes I think that's what makes dude relationships different than like women relationships with other women. Is that dudes, we don't have like we have, there's a level of expectation, but it's more along the lines of, oh man, you drink beer? I drink beer. That's my buddy, man. We drinking beer. Or like, oh, you do this. Oh man, you play golf? I play golf. Come on, man. And so our relationships revolve around, I won't say surface things, because sometimes they can get deep. They run along a deeper route on some things. But I just think there's more we're not as emotionally I don't know what's the word, emotionally invested, like I would
Mm-hmm.
say probably women would be with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's why women are always getting into it, or I don't speak to her no more. And that's
Yeah.
like, oh, what happened to your buddy? Oh man, I don't mess with her. I don't mind.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, and it's like, for dudes, we be like, come
It'll
on,
be
man.
like, oh man, my bad, I fucked up.
Yeah, or
It's
Or
just
man,
that simple. It's
yeah,
just
or
that
like
simple.
I ain't talked to you, I talked to you twice this year, man, but every time I talk to you, that's my man's right there,
But those are people that you're solid with. See, women,
Yeah.
we have a knack for, okay, say we meet a coworker. Oh, she's hella cool. You know what I'm saying? And then you might hang out after work and you say, okay, she's cool. And then she pulls some faulty shit like 2 or 3 years down the line. You
Right.
can't bye, girl, bye. Because I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? Versus
Right.
somebody that you've been knowing 20 years, 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
But I had a friend that I've been knowing for 30 years and I literally cut her off cold turkey.
Oh wow.
All over a dude. It was over a dude. It was her cousin. I was in a relationship with her cousin, but every time we had an issue, she would say, oh, well, I heard he was at Duke's with blah 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 and shit like that. So I was like, look, bro, I've been having a good day, and then here you come calling me with this bullcorn. Stop calling me with this bullcorn about this dude, or I don't want to talk to you. Like, period, point blank. And she was like, well, that's fine. Girl, boom. End. Done.
Done.
Bye. End of relationship.
well, it takes, depending on how well I know you, it takes like instances and levels. For me, my like how I formulate my friends group is because, well, we live in
Yeah.
California, so I moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always having to make new friends. So you only give them so much because you might not know how long you know this person. You might not ever see them again. So when I
Right.
went, other than like family's different. But so when I went to Seattle, it's like these guys. I have the same friends from high school in
Mm-hmm.
1988.
Yeah.
Those core dudes are still my core friends to this day.
Right.
I might know a whole bunch of other people, but my core dudes are the same ones that I had going, walking across the street down 20th. Him on this
Yeah.
side, me on this side, not even knowing each other. We walking the same way for like 2 weeks before we realize that we in the same
Mhm.
class, get across the street from each other.
Now, see, I only
Yeah.
got one core friend that,
Mm.
and she's actually my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh,
you know what I'm
your
saying?
first
Like,
friend.
Yeah.
she's my best friend, but everybody else is like people that I've met along the way, still establish long-term relationships with.
Mhm.
And even the girl that we fell out, the 30-year relationship, it took us 7 years to like have a conversation.
Mm.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I mean, because even if it's somebody that did me dirty and I don't mess with them, I'm not gonna go to the point of I'll see them and say, "What's up?" I'll just keep it pushing. We're
Mhm.
standing around. We have mutual friends, and
Yeah.
if I don't mess with you like that, I'll just leave.
Right.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't like that dude, so I'm not gonna be around that dude. It's not that
Exactly.
unless
Easy.
it's something where you mess with my kids or something like that, then we got different issues. But if it's
Right.
just that I don't like you and you don't like me, cool. I mean, I could even be in
Right.
the same room with you. I just don't
Who
want to
gives a damn?
Right.
I don't.
So
All
yeah.
right,
So
people, I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired.
yeah, the relationship talk, yeah, that can go on for a while.
Yeah,
So
we'll be on here to 12 o'clock with this stuff.
But look,
mhm.
we done got 2 episodes in, so shit.
Yeah, we did.
Right
Though,
on
for real.
here.
Hey man, hey, I got more where that's at.
We
I'm
got
here all
Aaron,
week.
everybody's favorite neighbor, and Mr. Putney, the media dude. Soulful Conversations. Thank you for listening to Soulful Conversation. We hope you enjoyed tonight's Soulful Conversation. Be sure to stay connected with us during the week through our weekly podcasts on Spotify, our YouTube channel, Patreon, and social media. And don't forget to send in those soulful requests to be heard on the podcast at info@soulful-conversation.com. Again, thanks for listening to Soulful